Just go and do it, and that's just something that's totally different from Western fashion. And I wanted to tell the story of the users.
You brought her to the event today.
I brought her to the event today. Yeah.
Hey guys and girls on Ash Japanese, I am here with my favorite kimono influencer, researcher, and fashionista. But please introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm Kimono Sheila.
Yay!
Yes.
I remember 2 years ago I did an interview with you and I was so nervous and I got to see much more of you, and right now you actually brought something brand new to the Tokyo Kimono Show. So today I would like to ask you a lot of things about your kimono journey. First of all, what brought you to kimono? Because people in Japan now know you as Kimono Sheila.
Since I was really small, I was just crazy about fashion and I always dressed in my own style. So of course, when I got to Japan and I found kimono at just a recycled flea market, I was like, wow, this is amazing. This is beautiful. And that was where I started.
And that's where it started. And from there on, your whole journey began and you became a researcher. You've released 3 books? 5 books, actually. 3 are here, but there's more. I have 2 at home, I think, or 3 at home. And this is the brand new one. I just got it. And this one is a little bit different than your other books. So what makes it different?
Well, the most recent 3 that I did were about fashion.
Yes.
They were my style books, and I was showcasing different kinds of lovely textiles and different ways to coordinate the kimono. But if kimono was just fashion, then people would be able to throw it away like they throw away Western clothes, but they can't. And there must be a reason for that. And when I was doing my PhD, wardrobe studies, I became aware of wardrobe studies. So studying fashion from the point of view of the people who use it rather than the mechanism of making it. Yes. So then I thought, well, people realize that wardrobe studies is important. If you don't know what people want and what people keep, how do you know what to make?
Good point.
And I was sure that there was no marketing of that kind done in Japan and that no one had told the story of the users. And I wanted to tell the story of the users.
So you went into many different homes and got a look at their wardrobes, at their kimono storage options and things like that. And what I find really interesting is normally Japanese people don't really let strangers into their house.
I know. Even finding 50 people was really difficult. It was really difficult.
That must have been quite a challenge, but you made it. 50 people, you said?
50 people, and I did it in 5 different age groups so that we got a spectrum of how it changes, and you can compare the problems of the younger people and the older people or their different inspirations and those kind of things.
And how it all connects. Kimono connects quite deeply to the Japanese heart and soul is what I could take away from the speech that you were giving earlier here at the Tokyo Kimono Show. And I was very moved to see, it actually connects quite deeply with us. It connects to family, it connects to tradition.
I think so. It's literally family history hidden in those folds, and the history of women, because it's a gendered role. It's always women that look after the tans, and it's a secret place. No women know what other women have in their tans.
Tansu, the closet? Yeah, the tansu is a Japanese type closet, is that correct?
Yes, the Japanese kimono chest. Yeah. So I thought it would be really interesting to go there and dig out those secrets.
Ooh, and those secrets are in the new book. I bought my copy. I'm excited to see it. Yeah. What was your biggest challenge when you went to the different locations?
Sometimes I had to challenge convincing people that all their kimono were kimono, not just the special ones. They only wanted to show me the special ones. And in fact, one lady, we went to her house and she'd completely misunderstood the exercise and thought it was about showing special kimono. So I couldn't use that in the book because it had to be all the kimono. And it took a long time with some people because they had over 200. So we did a lot of counting, and before they went on to the next one, it's like, oh yeah, where did this one come from? And Oh yeah, write down the type. I had 3 different forms to fill in for each kimono. So that was
Really studied them. You counted them, how they're stored.
yes. I have the number of kimono, the sources of the kimono, the types of kimono, and also the inspiration, if they wear kimono, what their inspiration is, and any problems that they have with storing related to kimono life, or if they don't wear kimono, just kimono storage. So that's all in there. Oh, this lady reformed her house to make it more kimono friendly.
Wow, you reformed her house for kimonos.
Yeah. So
Wow.
she divided the oshire between 2 rooms and made it into special kimono shelves.
That is
And the
cool.
sliding door has a mirror on it, so you can dress in front of it.
You said about 200 kimonos is what like people had from like
I
Kafu to
interviewed anyone who had from about 10 kimono to 100. And they don't have to wear kimono, just they had them in the house. And I also did not interview anyone who was like a professional in the industry. I wanted ordinary people.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
Now I'm curious, how many kimonos do you own?
Probably somewhere around about 200. About half of them are for me to wear, and the others are like for Isode Shichigo-san, men's kimono, and historical pieces which you can't wear anymore, but they're kind of like my mini museum, and I use them to show to students and that kind of thing, textile people.
Wonderful. Mentioning textile people, you also sometimes go to factories and places, or not factories, but like places where where kimonos are made, I heard.
I do, yes. Occasionally I have work with some makers or historical places. I recently went to Tomioka Silk Mill, which is a very famous silk mill, was the biggest silk mill in the world, built in the Meiji period.
So you know a lot of the history of the things you wear as well.
Yes, I try to. I try to learn about the history of the things I have. Yeah.
There is one thing that I found really moving is literally when I came to the speech that you were giving, there was no empty seat. It was full and people were still lining up. Some people were standing. So you have a lot of Japanese fans. Why do you think that is?
I've been doing this for so long, right? They know that I have no special agenda. It's not about me. It's not about a particular brand or a particular type. It's just that I really love this culture and want to raise this culture up, raise awareness about this culture. And so I have the trust of, a lot of shokuni-san, kimono makers and artisans and different brands and people. They know I have no hidden agenda.
I remember one thing that stuck with me from the first interview, which you can also watch, that you said, I know who made this. Like, I know exactly where the string is from. Like, with the kimono you were making, you know so much, not just this person made it, but also like it's this brand, who made it, how many people came together, you even know like small details about the kimono.
Yeah. And that's just something that's totally different from Western fashion. I always call it rooted fashion. It's kimono is a fashion system, but it has roots. Each kimono has a story. Yeah.
Kimono has a story. You said your kimono also has a story. Could you share the story with us?
Yes, this kimono actually belonged to one of the women that I interviewed for my book. And of course, a lot of the work when you interview 50 people is trying to get hold of everyone and getting permission from everyone and then getting them to edit their page and approve their page. So there was so much emailing and messaging and writing letters to the older people. And this lady actually, she gave me this kimono because she was looking for ways to get rid of kimono, but she didn't want to throw them away or sell them for 1,000 yen a box. So she gave me this one. And when I wrote to her to ask for permission to publish the story, her son replied to me and said, I'm really sorry to tell you that my mother passed away But I'm sure that she would have loved this project and would have liked to be a part of it. So because she's the one person of my 50 women who wouldn't be able to see this, I wore her kimono today.
That is actually super moving. I heard it earlier in the show, and like it still touches me now. Yeah. So you brought her to the event today.
I brought her to the event today. Yeah.
That is wonderful.
I'm so sad that she couldn't have seen the finished thing.
She would have loved it. I'm sure she would have.
Yes, I think she would have. Yes. So this is the page from the lady who passed away, and she was a real lover of beautiful kimono and tea ceremony. And her story is actually quite entertaining because she used to buy expensive kimono with her husband's money and then lose the receipts. Oh. So he didn't know how much money she spent on kimono, which is kind of a charming story. And she wore kimono every day, but she kind of kept the ordinary ones and the tea ceremony ones and special ones separately. And the ones, she didn't really want to show us the ordinary ones because she's like, they're not really kimono. Oh. But of course they are kimono. She always wore kimono. So
she also did tea ceremonies and like lots of Japanese culture then in her life. And I see the different patterns she was wearing as well.
Yes.
You have inspired so many people all around the world with the way you wear kimono. What kind of advice would you give to someone who wants to start wearing a kimono but is a bit shy to start?
I would literally say just go and do it. You know, even if you only have the basic leftover right knowledge, if you can tie 2 ties, you can wear a kimono. So it's easy to start wearing it on top of, say, a jeans and a shirt, because then you don't have to worry about matching the collars. I mean, you obviously wear it on top of shirts and all kinds of other things. So you can wear it mixed with Western clothing or just start with a yukata, which is very simple and easy to wear. It doesn't have to be a complex obi. It can be a belt or a sash or a scarf or anything. So my advice is just to get out and wear it. And as you wear, it's the same as swimming. When you start, you will be really bad at it, but that's okay because you have to be bad before you can be good. So the more you practice, the better you will be able to do it.
Don't be afraid. Just do it.
Yeah.
Learning by doing.
That's right. Just learning by doing. Yeah.
Oh, Sheila, thank you so much. It's always a pleasure to speak with you. And that's like one thing I really look forward to at every Tokyo Kimono show. So thank you for making the time.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thank you.
And thank you for getting my book. And please let me know what you think about it and what your reaction is to all the stories.
I will. She's also on Instagram, but you're also on lots of social media. But Instagram is one of your main pages?
Mainly Instagram, yes.
Instagram.
Hi.
Yeah. I'll put the link down below as well. And if you would like to see the former interview I've done with Sheila, I'll put the link somewhere here as well so you can check it out. And one more time, thank you so much.
Thank you, Kathy.